Thursday morning workout. Today we're going to be doing another gauntlet, if you remember from last week. This is a workout where we only have one group of exercises, and the goal is just to complete all of the reps. We can do them in any order. You can do, bang out all the reps for one exercise all at once. The goal is just to do it at your own pace. If you're a little competitive, you can do it for time and post the time in the comments. But the goal is to finish all the reps. Without further ado, we'll start with our warm-up. Starting with that. Those arm swings I always do. Palms up when I'm on the outside, palms down when I cross my body, and I alternate which arm's on top. As always, if you need any modifications during the workout, just post in the comments. I do have music going today, so hopefully it's loud enough. I can't really hear the live video. We'll go into some side leans. I can't really hear my video, so I won't be able to test that or see if that's working properly until afterwards, unfortunately. Just something, a whim I did this morning, because I don't think I talked too much throughout the last, into our hip hinge, crawling your hands along the front of the leg. I don't think I talked too much during the last gauntlet. It's really hard to sort of explain, hands overhead, in line with yours. It's really hard to explain the exercises when you're focused on doing close to 300 reps, right? More on each side. So I thought maybe the music would be nice to break up the silence of the workout. Alright, then we'll just go into our side jog here. Taking out the legs on each side. Trying not to kick up our mat. Alright. Let's get right into it. So there are 5 exercises. We have 230 reps today. I'll demonstrate each of the exercises. I'll show you guys the modification for each of them, and then we'll get ready to do it. So our walkouts, we've done these before. These are probably going to be the ones that take up the most time throughout the workout. I push my hips back, curl my hands down, walk out into that high plank position, stand back up. If you need a modification, you can go with the standard hips, knees, ankles, ceiling. You can go ahead and do that one. You can do your walkout but not go as far, so you can crawl down, walk out to about there, to your bear crawl position almost, and then stand back up. Push-ups, standard push-up, high plank position, all the way down, all the way up. You can do them from the modified position from the knees. Same thing though, all the way down, all the way up. Or you can do that from incline. Let's get it here. Straight line all the way down, all the way up. Carry ups. Bent knees, elbows pointed back, straight behind me, like I'm squeezing a beach ball behind my back. So that range of motion where you can feel your triceps, muscle in the back of your arm, engaged the whole time without it coming too much into that shoulder area. Our prone Ys, we're on the ground. Arms forming a Y. Thumbs pointed straight up, and we're just going to lift as high as we can without lifting our head or our chest off the ground. My head's just off the ground so I can talk to you guys. And then we're not kicking up the legs either, right? All on the shoulders. Squeeze up. And last but not least, we have our hinged rear delt flies. We're just going to use our arm weight for this one. Hinge at the hips, elbows up. Squeeze at the back, come back to the front. Squeeze at the back, come back to the front. Modifications for your chair dips, just try to go a little bit higher in your range of motion, or maybe just hold for, you know, count a second as a rep if you're a little bit more beginner. Prone wise, you can go with your standing T, rear delt fly, and then with our you should be able to do those hinged rear delt flies. If you have problems getting the elbows up, just keep the elbows down. But if not, really try to get those elbows to shoulder height. Alright, so I will be editing my numbers as I go. So I'm just going to set that up. Just like that. And my game plan, same as last week, is I'm going to try doing everything in. Let's edit here. I'm going to try doing everything in 4 sets. So we're about 9 minutes in. I will make sure in the YouTube video to put a chapter marker where the actual workout starts. So if you're doing this from YouTube, you'll just be able to jump right to that. But without further ado, I'm going to break everything down into 4, and we're going to go right into our walkouts. I'm going to go 10 walkouts here. Again, you don't need to use this strategy. You can go at your own pace. Oh, I got to check, make sure I started the time. You can go at your own pace. I didn't start the time. My text box is blocking me. Alright, so now we're starting for real. Hinge at the hips. I'm counting that first one though, because I hate walkouts. 3. Hinge. 4. Your strategy might be to, you know, knock all these out right away. 5. 6. 7. 40 push-ups. Ooh, added a 0 onto that walkout. That's not right. Alright, so I'm going to go for 10 push-ups here. Maybe a little bit more. I know later it's going to be a lot harder. I'm trying to keep perfect form throughout. We'll start with 12 there. Go into our chair depth. Squeezing that beach ball behind me. And just go through a regular pace, right? You can take it slow, you can move a little bit faster. You're trying to complete it for time. Actually, last time I edited it as I went along, and I'm going to continue doing that just so I don't have to rely on my memory. So I did 10 of those, 12 of those, and 15 of those. Alright, so we're going to our prone wide. Probably aim for doing 15 again. Up. Really important to keep the thumbs pointed up the whole time. I'm on my feet with my hinge through delt flies. And again, you don't need to do these in this order. Probably go for 15 of these as well. just to give myself a break on the other end. And again, move through this full range of motion. Keep the elbows at shoulder height. Your arms have weight, and this is harder than it looks. Awesome. Brings us to the top. Unfortunately, back to those walkouts. I use this typing as sort of my water break, but you can use your moving my thing so I can see the timer. You can use your water break whenever you need to. Or you can just power on through. Try to get this workout done as quick as possible. This workout might end a little quicker than 30 minutes today. And that's okay. You know, the idea is to allow for people who might be a little slower, take their time with this if they need that extra bit of time. Hopefully the music's still going okay. Hopefully it's a okay volume. More. Ooh, boy. And we're gonna take the time to edit that. Halfway through on those. Yeah, I'm gonna push ups I can bang out here. Again, if you need to do modify it. But the challenge is with the Gauntlet to try to stick to the hardest one throughout the whole time until you can't anymore, right? You can only do 5, and you need to take that break, then take that break. But push yourself to do all 40 in a way that's most challenging to you. Go to 12 there. Strategy is to try to bang out as many as I can until it becomes very difficult, because the last couple bit of reps certainly will become just that. In there. And make my last 2 sets, setting myself up for success here. Throwing wide. Thumbs are pointed up. Arms 45 degrees. I'm going to put my face down on this one and just show you how it's supposed to look without me talking. There. And we'll just go right into my rear delt fly, so I'll change after that. Into the hip. Elbows are up. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Okay. Little over halfway. I'll go walkout. The only reason I didn't do more than 10 of these at the start is just to really break these up for myself. I know they're challenging. I could probably do, 20 at once. But the walkout uses every muscle in all of the other exercises, so I don't want to tire myself out too much before doing all those other exercises. As much as I'd like to get these out of the way, really try to keep the hips from wobbling. I sort of tip this bit there. I really don't want that to stay strong the whole time. And 2 more. Maybe slowing down here a little bit. All right. Yeah, when I push-ups I get here, then you feel a little tired in the chest and shoulders. Up here.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably bang out all 20 of these chair dips right now. I sort of use them as a little bit of a rest period because they're for right, that's heavy. A little bit of an easier move, in my opinion. Over there. We'll just do 10 of, or don't let us do 10 of. Keep those elbows pointed up. Go down, slide, pinch from the hips. Keep the elbows up. Squeeze to the back. Bring this to the top, last round through.
Let's go.
Walk out. You might notice sometimes I go from my knuckles instead of my whole hand, like so. That's just because sometimes I find a little hard on my wrist. So if you find you get that as well, you can always select for the same strategy. 3 more. A little quicker here. I think this is the exercise where you can really shave the most time. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna alter that now. Feels good to mark the 0, signifying you're done. Only 6 push-ups, so this is a treat. But we're gonna make them look good. We're gonna make them count. 6 perfect push-ups. 56 there, do 5. One more, just to be sure. Mark that 0. Feels good. 8 chair dips. Gotta make sure we're still live here. I noticed I just got a Facebook. Okay, we're still good. All right, time for a live. 10 rear delt flies. We're done. Home stretch. Fun. Just to keep seeing. So with marking everything 0. Alright, I'll show you what it looks like from the front since I haven't done that yet. It's just pretty much what you'd expect. Nine and 10. Well, we finished at about 15 minutes there. Oh. That's more what I wanted. Alright. So that's the workout. We'll go through a cool down. Since I'm standing, I'm just going to use this chair here. I know we didn't use a lot of our lower body, but we're still going to do our seated pigeon. So we're going to cross our left leg over our right, just slightly forward. I really like those workouts because everyone seems to have a different strategy. Some people just bang out every exercise one at a time. Others take more of a strategy. So that's more of a strategy that I took. And some people just chaos when it comes to it, which it's always nice to see, always nice to watch. But you know, post in the comments your time. Let me know your strategy, how you did it. Let me know if you enjoyed that style of workout. We'll probably be going back to pyramid with the lower body next week. Alright, so we're gonna do our door frame stretch. I'm just gonna go on the ground. A little tired, so I'm sure you're feeling the same way. Door frame stretch, my arm is at shoulder height. Sort of blended with that white door and my tail complexion. Shoulder height, just having your arm fixed on a certain point of the wall, allowing you to twist through the upper torso, feeling that stretch on the chest and the shoulders. And we'll switch sides. Wherever you have a door frame or something that you can grab onto that's really sturdy, it's not going to move. That's about shoulder height. A little difficult to see for once they're standing here. But just from that side perspective, it just looks like that. Honestly, I'd be holding on to something to give myself that extra little bit of twist. We'll go into our tricep stretch, arm overhead. We'll switch sides. I'll be sure to review afterwards to see if the music was too loud or too quiet and try to adjust that on my next workout where I'm not talking as much. Go into our cross body shoulder stretch with our side lean. So I've just stepped to the right. Trail leg, my left leg is straight and leaning into my right. And my left arm comes across. Right arm is pulling back, creating that stretch in my left shoulder. Switch sides, so I'm going to step to the left. I'll do my dancing punch over to the left with my right, and then left arm comes underneath. Stretching. that's good for today. Obviously coming in a little short under that 30 minutes, but it was sort of designed to allow people who might be a little slower to get this workout in. And if you're a lot faster than I am, which I'm sure a lot of you are, it's, you know, it's nice, right? Maybe you did that in 12 minutes, maybe you did that in 10 minutes. Now you don't really have an excuse not to throw in that 10, 12 minutes of exercise in your day, right? It only took you 12 minutes, you got a great workout. But just for the plug at the end, make sure you're signing in to the wellness platform and signing up for that resilience challenge. Lots of good stuff, lots of good presentations coming from that. But until then, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm off tomorrow, which is fantastic. So I will see you on Tuesday.